Happy Wednesday, coming in live for our training today on Black Friday strategy hacks. So let me know that you're here, that you're watching, where you're watching from. I'm going to get this shared into Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs, the Facebook community. And I apologize, you guys. I'm about 4 minutes behind today. For those of you that did not see or didn't know, a few of the scheduling tools have actually had some issues this morning, Metrical being one of them. And somehow things got posted to my Instagram and my Facebook that I did not post. So I reached out to Metrical support and they're like, oh, we're sorry, big deal. Anyway, long story short, had to change all the passwords this morning and all the things. And so when I went to log in to go live and I'm like, reconnect everything. So we're here 3 minutes late. Apologies for my tardiness, but drop in the comments and let me know that you're here, that you're watching, and any questions that you have when it comes to creating, Black Friday strategy, holiday sales strategies. I always like these to be interactive. So drop them in the comments and I will answer questions at the end like I always do. But today I have 5 strategies to help you kind of level up your holiday sales to make this the biggest sales season for you yet. Okay. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm just going to put today's live training. All right, perfect. So it's shared into the community. And for those of you that don't know, if you've never been on any of my live calls, all of the replays are hosted inside Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs, my Facebook community. It's absolutely free to get in there. But all of these replays are housed in there. So I know with TikTok, it's kind of hard for them to see sometimes the presentation. So if you need to ever jump off and watch the replay later, or you want to come back and refresh, then you can always get the replays there. So if you're on TikTok, you can actually go to my stand. Don't do it now. Do it after the call is over to get in the free community. It's under Faith Tools and Resources. If you are on my Facebook business page right now or my Instagram profile and are watching this, but you're not in the community, you can drop the word group and we will get you the link to join. Okay. So let's dive in today. I am going to put my coaching coaching Santa hat on for you guys. I'm going to be a little harsh on you with tough love, of course. But the reality when it comes to Black Friday is it's one of the biggest opportunities, if not the biggest opportunity, for you to have a massive cash injection into your business, okay, if you have the right strategy. And it's not all about, the cash injection. It's also about setting your business up for success next year. And I'm going to show you some slides today and some things about my business and how Black Friday has truly built my business for me in the last 2.5 years. Okay. But whether you're running holiday promotions, whether this is your first holiday season as a business owner, or you've been doing this for years, today's hacks really are going to help you work smarter, not harder. And if you're someone that works with me in my programs, or you've done my challenges, you've done any of my master classes, I'm all about systems, processes, and making things super simple. Okay. So like I said, make sure you drop your questions below and we will make sure we get them answered for you while we're here on live. All right. So for those of you that don't know, I like to take just a quick second and introduce myself. Our community is growing every day. My audiences are growing every day. So some people, this may be their first live training with me. So if it is, welcome. And I do a live training every Wednesday at noon CST, with the exception of next Wednesday. Actually, I won't see you guys next Wednesday. I will be in Puerto Vallarta. I think I said that correctly. I'm treating my husband to a trip for his 40th birthday. So definitely marking something off our bucket list. So next Wednesday, I will not be live to do a training, but I will have a training that will go out that's pre-recorded for you guys to teach you a little bit about mini chat, because that is something that you definitely can use during the holiday season and a lot of people have questions about. So make sure you're in the community. I'm gonna give you some behind the scenes tips about mini chat. Is anyone else not able to hear me? Can everyone hear me on Facebook, Instagram? Let me check my settings really quick before I keep going. Hello. Yeah, I think it might just be you. My audio says the mic is working. So if someone else Yes. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Nancy. All right. So again, Elise Smith. I'm a mom of three, wife, multi-six-figure business owner, speaker, podcaster, published author, coach for female entrepreneurs. I do a lot of different things, but most importantly, everything that I teach you in these live trainings, one, I try to simplify it. Okay. You already have enough in your brain going around and around and around and around. You're already overwhelmed in your business. So my goal isn't necessarily to bring you new information. It's to take what you already know and make it stupid simple. Okay. That is always my goal, because you deep down know what you need to do for your business. You might just be holding yourself back because of the overwhelm, because of the fear of failure. So I always like to try to help you have an aha moment or a breakthrough moment. Okay. So as always, if you have any questions while we dive into this, make sure you drop them in the chat. But first, I want to start with what often holds people back during Black Friday and the holiday season. Okay. It's the misbelief that it's only for big brands, right? And so a lot of times, entrepreneurs, especially if they're just getting started, they're new in their business, they're like, well, people are buying TVs, right? They want what I have to offer. People are out there getting iPads. They're not interested in what I have. And that is absolutely not true. Okay. Small businesses can absolutely win. And not only are people shopping for Christmas gifts or gifts for other people, they're also looking for, what am I going to do to change my life in 2025, right? They're looking for those business opportunities. They're looking for those, educational type products. Okay. But it's really important that you understand you don't need a massive budget to compete with big brands. You just need a really good strategy. Because even though those big brands, Target and Walmart and Old Navy, you already know Old Navy's going to send 8 emails a day when it comes to Black Friday sales, right? They're going to blow you up. But you don't need a huge budget to compete with them, but you are going to have a strategy. Because if not, you're going to get lost in the noise, because your ideal client's inbox is going to be blowing up with all of these big brands. Okay. So instead of feeling like you have to out discount Walmart or Amazon, you need to zone in on who is your ideal client and what exactly are they going to be looking for this holiday season. Okay. And how can you add value to their life? So I've got some screenshots up here. I also have my earnings disclaimer link on there. I have come to really share that every time I make a income claim of any sort, because I want you to know not everyone's story is the same. Not everyone's journey is going to be the same, but I wanted to show you how, with small strategy changes and shifts, your business can grow. Okay. So in 2022, I had been in business full time for July, August, September, October, 5 months. Okay. And I had a little over, I think it was like $24,000 or $25,000 cash month. Okay. And some of them were payment plans, which was nice because it allowed me to keep having income coming in after November. Right. But 2 of those were actually clients that booked VIP days with me. And they were $1,000 a piece. Okay. So you're thinking, and now I charge way more than that for a VIP day, but you're thinking people are only out to buy TVs, or you got to have the cheapest product. Not true. Okay. One of these clients actually still works with me one-on-one today from that VIP day. And a lot of those people are still in my master classes and my programs, all of those things. I ran no ads. I'd only been in business 5 months, but I had a strategy. Okay. And like I said, a lot of that built momentum for 2023 for my business, because people that bought from me in 2022 stayed working with me. As long as you're providing value and service, they'll remain customers, right? It's cheaper to keep a customer than it is to find a new one. In 2023, now between 2022 and 2023, I actually shifted completely, right? I moved away from management, got more into coaching. So I started completely over in that process. And even though it was a brand new business, I shifted in June of that year. So 5 months later, I had a $35,000 cash month, which is a $15,000 increase over 2022, with a brand new offer that I had not been promoting longer than 5 months, and a lot less work. I was actually on vacation for about 12 days in November of 2023. And I'd log in, I'd work for about an hour, and I'd unplug because I was with my kids on vacation. So a lot less work because I knew what I was doing from 2022. And then again, with those customers in 2023, a lot of them joined my programs. They still work with me today. They're in my intensives, all of those things. So it built my business for 2024. So it's not all about let me be the cheapest. It's not all about let me make the most money in the smallest amount of time. It really is about setting your business up for success next year. Okay. And this is the prime time to do that because your audience's wallets are open. Okay. So I really want you, as we go through this, to shift your mindset and move away from no one's going to want what I have to offer. They're not shopping for my offer, or the idea that, well, my product's already so cheap, I got to make it cheaper. Absolutely not. Okay. So go into today's training with the mindset of how can I provide the most value and set my business up for success in 2025. All right. So one more quick thing, and we're going to get right into it. 30%. Okay. A lot of people don't know this, but 30% of annual sales happen between Black Friday and Christmas. That's about a 30-day period. Okay. So imagine if you could make in 30 days what would normally take you 90 days to make, right? Imagine, or 6 months to make. But you're not going to be able to do that by throwing posts together, hurrying up and scrolling all night looking for reels, copying this reel because it was good. You have to have a plan. Okay. So if you don't plan ahead, you are leaving money on the table because your audience is shopping during that time. And actually, 60% of buyers start shopping before Thanksgiving. Okay. They're already shopping now. So if you don't have a holiday strategy in place as of right now, you got like 24 hours to get one. Okay. Most entrepreneurs wait too long, and by then it's too late. All right. So remember, have an open mind. And I did an entire podcast episode on this as well, you guys. So if you're not already following the Socially Awesome podcast, you can find it on any platform you can search. Or if you want the direct link to this episode, if you're on IG or Facebook, you drop 142 in the comments and we'll DM you the link to the episode. If you're on TikTok, I can't send links. So you can find the podcast in my stand tools and resources. But just in case you want a little extra training around this, I did an entire podcast episode on it. So let's dive right in. Okay. Most entrepreneurs think they can go with the flow, and that's why their holiday sales flop. So let me know in the comments if this is your first holiday season as an entrepreneur, or if you've been doing this for a hot minute. Let me know. I want to know if you're a beginner, if you've been doing this, if you were in business already. But the reality is here, most think they could just throw things together. Oh, I'm going to do a flash sale real quick. And their holiday sales flop because of that, right? Because you're not prepared. You're not building that momentum with your ideal client ahead of time, with your audience ahead of time. And so your offers are getting buried under everyone else. And what usually happens, what I've seen happen from students of mine, clients that I've done consulting with, even, big brands I used to work with when I did management, was they would do one of two things during the holiday season. They would either get a ton of business because they were like, okay, I'm going to run this sale. They put it out there. Their audience loved it. Their DMs were blowing up. Their emails are blowing up. Their website would crash because they couldn't handle the business. They provided terrible service because they weren't prepared to handle the business. And so they lost customers. Sure, they made some money, but then those customers didn't come back, right? And so then they're frustrated. They're upset with themselves. They feel defeated, and they go into January like, I just ruined my entire business. The other thing that happens is they make no plan. They're like, well, nobody wants what I got to offer, so I'm not even going to worry about out there. I don't sell TVs. Make no plan. They take a 90-day hiatus from social media. They're like busy with the kids and the Christmas parties and the techie sweaters and whatever else. And so then in January, they can't get remotivated because they've been absent from their business for 90 days. So they're like, oh, here we go. I got to start over from scratch, start from zero. And so then their business ends up just doing like this. And then in March, by the time they finally get their momentum going back up, then it comes summer, kids are out of school, they take another hiatus, and they're doing like this, right? When you have a consistent strategy in place and you have a plan, it becomes so much easier not only to stay consistent in your business showing up, consistently bringing in sales, but also consistently growing. Because if you're number two and you're doing like this, you're up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's why you don't trust your business, because it's not consistent, right? You might be consistent to a certain extent, but your business is not, because of the way you're showing up. So I want to dive into these hacks. I got 5 hacks for you today. First and foremost, early bird catches the cash. All right. So I don't mean this by start promoting your Black Friday sales today. And this was actually a question I had on our Social Success Academy call yesterday was, what's too early? There really is no such thing as a perfect date. Okay. A perfect time period. You'll see Walmart will start running their Black Friday ads at like the 15th of November now. Right. But most people wait until last minute to start talking about their Black Friday deals. And that's why they tank, because it really is about building anticipation, right? I got a friend of mine that absolutely loves Black Friday shopping. She makes a whole like 24 hours of it, right? She still goes in person. She doesn't shop online, and she refreshing blackfriday.com every day, looking for those ads, right? There's anticipation there. So the longer you build excitement, the more likely your audience is to buy when that offer actually drops, right? So there's a lot of ways to do this, but let's say I'm going to offer, a VIP early access sale. Any examples I give today, you guys, are strictly examples. I will not release my Black Friday ads right now. Okay. So these are all examples, but maybe I want to do a VIP early access sales for my previous customers, my email list, right? People in my Facebook community. Maybe I want to do an exclusive sale to them the week before Black Friday to show my appreciation for them being in my world, working with me before, something like that. Building that early anticipation. There's a lot of ways you can do this, but if you wait until Black Friday to promote your Black Friday offers, you've already lost. Okay. You could send out, an email a week before Black Friday, giving your email list a 24-hour head start to shop your exclusive offers. I will say that though, for those of you that are watching, my Facebook community usually does get my offers 24 hours before anyone else does. That is something that I do regularly. I always give my group first notice for being in my community. So that is something I do all year long, but I highly recommend that you find a way to build anticipation with your audience starting November 1st at the latest. Okay. But that way they feel special. And then they start seeing your Black Friday roll out and it hits even harder. Like, man, I feel like I got in early. That's awesome. Right. So mapping out an early access campaign and decide how you can promote that. Email, Instagram, Facebook, but start teasing it out right after Halloween. Like, it's time to get it out there, right? And there's a lot of holidays when it comes to holiday sales that we don't even think of, right? We don't even think, everybody thinks Black Friday, but they don't think about Veterans Day, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Small Business Saturday, Giving Tuesday, Hanukkah. Like, there's so many different holidays that you could do. And it's totally up to you. This is another very common question I get. If you should promote the same thing or if you should have different offers for each one. That is a personal preference, right? If you're just getting started and you only have one offer, only one product, one service, then you can either present it in different ways each holiday, or you could keep the same one with different price points. Maybe Black Friday gets the lowest price and then New Year's, it's a little higher. Totally up to you. That's personal preference. But I recommend that you stay in this momentum, right? Veterans Day is what? November 11th. And then 2 weeks later, it's Black Friday week. And then we roll right into Cyber Monday and Giving Tuesday and Small Business Saturday and all of those things, right? So you can really build some massive momentum in that 30-day time frame for your business. All right. Another thing that I have done in the past, and I will do again this year, is 12 days of Christmas. So in my Facebook community, I do 12 days of Christmas where every single day I have a different flash sale or flash promotion, right? And that is just something I like to do. I do that inside my community. So it is something, again, exclusive for those people that are in there. but that's another alternative, right? The point here is there's a lot of opportunity for you to really capitalize and grow your business, but without a plan, you're already overwhelmed. Like by me just rattling all this off, right? You got to have a plan. So early bird gets the cash. All right. The second, creating irresistible value bundles. So people love getting bundles because they feel like they're getting more for their money, right? So think about how you can bundle things. And instead of offering these huge, deep discounts that eat all your profit up, focus on creating bundles that add value. So I'll give an example. If you're someone that sells, let's say, digital products like planners, right? Maybe you sell digital planners. How could you bundle them together and throw in a bonus? Maybe you give access to a private webinar that shows someone how to customize that planner. Maybe you give some additional templates of, ways that they can create stickers for their planner. A lot of different things you could do, right? A lot of different things you could do. It not only makes the deal sweeter, but it also encourages higher sales without sales pitching, right? Because it's a bundle. It also lets them work with you in different ways, right? So let's say I offer, a bundle with when you join my club, you get an additional one-on-one call with me. Not saying that's going to be an offer, just maybe I do, right? Maybe that I bundle those together instead of slashing the price on my club. Well, then when someone gets a one-on-one call with me and they get the opportunity to work with me one-on-one, then they're getting more value from me. And they're like, man, I want to work with you one-on-one even more. And so it ends up building my business longer, right? For the long haul, sustainably. So think about ways that you can create things that complement each other, right? Bundle complementary products and services together, maybe with a limited time bonus to create some urgency. But it's really important that you understand they have to complement each other. So I'm not going to bundle my, TikTok tactics challenge with, a bag of coffee. Like that's not gonna, I mean, I'm sure everyone on TikTok drinks coffee, but like, it needs to complement each other, because your goal with the bundle is not only to provide more value, but for your purchaser to get a better result out of whatever they bought, so that they come back and buy again and buy again and buy again. Right? So you need to take a look at your products and your services and see what can you group together in a way that feels like a major win for your customer. And if you don't have anything to bundle together, that is why you have to plan. You could create some digital products in 12 hours, or I could create a digital product in like 3 hours now, but I'm a Canva pro. But honestly, like if you have a course right now, could you create 2 or 3 digital products in the next 2 weeks to bundle together so that it's a huge value? Absolutely, you can. If you have a plan, right? If you know what you're doing. So you need to look at your offers and see what bundles could you make. So again, these are strictly for example, but here are some examples that I walk people through in my Slay Your Business intensive. If you haven't jumped in there, I'll talk about that at the end. But at any point during this presentation, if you are on Facebook or IG and you haven't jumped in, you can drop Santa in the comments and we will get you, the information on that. If you're on TikTok, it's in my stand store. I cannot send links in the comments. Okay. So you can check out my stand store, but look at how you can bundle things, right? So I did 3 different examples here. If on my left, I've got like a digital product idea, right? So maybe I bundle my TikTok tactics challenge with a free content audit, and I put those together as a bundle for Black Friday. If you're someone that does sell physical products like this coffee, right? Which is hands down the best coffee I've ever had in my life, by the way. If you're someone that struggles with concentration and focus, definitely check that out. It's in my stand store as well. But I might say everyone that buys the coffee bundle, 2 bags of coffee from me, gets a frother and a mug, right? That's a physical product example. I could order some mugs, some frothers from Amazon, package it together and ship it to them, right? Or if they're ordering the product directly from the website of the company, then I could just ship them the mug and the frother straight from Amazon to their house and say, thank you so much for your order, right? And then I actually have a couple students in my programs that are more into UGC and influencer brand deals, things like that. So for a person like that, gift guides are great, right? Because most of their products or their offers are not something they created. They're an affiliate, right? So someone that's like an Amazon influencer, you should be creating gift guides. And every one of those gifts on the gift guide is your link, your store link or an affiliate link. There are a lot of ways to do this. A lot of ways to do this. But that is 10 times more appealing than just another photo, standard photo of your product, right? And then when you add the festiveness, see the lights in the background of the presentation or the little ribbon from Canva, it elevates it. It is a lot about presentation, right? If you go to a fancy restaurant and they just swapped everything on there like you were at a cafeteria, you would be like, what the heck? It's about presentation. So it's not always about slashing prices. It's about value, perceived value, and presentation. Okay. Number 3, creating urgency without stress. Okay. So one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making during Black Friday is not leveraging urgency. People will sit on the fence unless you give them a reason to act now. And there's an absolute way to create urgency without sounding crazy salesy. Okay. So it really is all about creating urgency without creating more stress for your audience, not you. If you're stressed, that's your fault because you haven't planned. You don't have a strategy in place, right? You're just whimming things together on the fly, headed to that tacky sweater party going, oh my God, I got to make that post. I got to get that story out, right? If you're stressed, that's your problem. We're talking about not creating stress for your audience, okay? You want to make it easy for them to say yes without making them feel rushed or overwhelmed. And there's a lot of ways to do that. But maybe you're offering like a special bonus of some sort for the first 50 customers, okay? 48-hour flash sale, limited offer. The first 10 customers get a deeper discount than the next 10 or whatever that looks like for you, right? There's a lot of ways to create that urgency without being in their face or creating stress for them, saying, buy this. Why haven't you bought my thing? Just go to my stand store and buy some shit. Like, no. Okay. You got to really rein it in and see how can you create that urgency for them. It pushes them to take action without feeling like they're getting bombarded with your sales tactics. Okay. Because one thing that will happen during Black Friday, not only will there be a lot of sales, but there will be a lot of unsubscribes. Okay. Because their inbox is already going to be flooded with all types of emails from every company they've ever bought. And they're going to be unsubscribing from those emails. The last thing you want to do is be the next unsubscribe. Okay. So it really is about having a plan in place. So you need to decide how you're going to create urgency with your offer. Okay. Whether it's through limited availability, time bonuses, things like that. But again, if you have planned your calendar, like we talked in part 1, all the different dates, then you're able to say, okay, I am going to run this offer on Black Friday, but on Cyber Monday, I'm going to have a different offer. So it's limited time. I know I need to communicate that, right? I'm only going to run this Cyber Monday deal for 24 hours. I need to communicate that. So the urgency can come when you look at the calendar and you have the plan, okay? So again, there's a lot of ways to do this. And then there's a lot of ways to communicate this, right? So on your Instagram stories, there's the countdown stickers, right? There's the little, you can find probably any of these sticker looking things on Instagram, in your emails, right? In your emails, in your posts. One of the biggest things, and I'll actually hint on, I'll talk about this a little bit more in the next, in number 4, SMS marketing is massive during the holidays. And that's actually part of how I had such big cash months in November, was using SMS. And some of you may be like, well, I don't have any phone numbers. You can start collecting them now. You can easily start a VIP list from your audience right now. And I teach you all about how to do that in the Slay Your Business Intensive. And I actually give you a full Trello board of SMS marketing templates for you to literally plug and play in your business. But you need to think about, how am I going to communicate this to my ideal client, right? How are they going to know? Because I will tell you, even if you communicate it, all right, I'm gonna back up for a second. Even if you do communicate it really well, people are still gonna email you the day after it ends and say, hey, is that still available? Can I get it? Sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they definitely know and they're just trying to get it on sale, but it's going to happen. And it's totally up to you whether you extend a sale. I like to stick to my guns because if I'm always on sale, then it devalues my brand, right? Totally up to you. But it really is you thinking about how am I going to create this urgency for it? Because if you're doing it correctly and you're building excitement and momentum, like we talked about in step 1, then they're ready, right? And so they're going to act faster when there is some sort of urgency, okay? Number 4, this is the game changer for your sanity, all right? It's going to life is busy all year long. And during the holidays, it's 10 times busier. I don't know what happens. I don't know why. Kids are out of school. They all got a Christmas program. They all got a Christmas party. You and your spouse have work Christmas parties. Your parents, your in-laws, your grandmas, everybody has that Christmas party. Everybody got to have their own party, right? And you're going to be every weekend. Boom, 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 boom. So you need to have automation in place now so that you're consistent in your business. When you automate things like your email sequences, your social posts, abandoned cart emails, even mini chat, your DMs, you free up your time to focus on engaging with your customers and handling any last minute issues that come up. Because if you plan and your business 3Xs and 4Xs, you are going to have some growing pains. So you're going to need to use that time to work with the customers so that you're providing good service. Okay. So, you can schedule an entire month of Black Friday posts right now with scheduling tools right now. Some of them are a little limited on how far out, like Meta Business Suite. I don't think you can schedule until like 30 days out, but on November 1st, you could easily go in there and schedule the entire month of November. You can set up email sequences right now. Set up your abandoned carts, set up your mini chat sequences. All of that can be automated. All of it. Not only is that going to give you some more sanity in your business, it's going to provide your customer with a better service. Okay. Because if they're commenting on your reel, wanting your information, and it takes you 72 hours to get back to them, and it was a flash sale, right? Now, I don't have a 24-hour response rate, so I will let our immediate response rate, I will let you guys know, like if you DM me, it may be 48 hours before you hear back. But if you're commenting the keyword or you're, like trying to get my link to work or any of that, that works, right? You can get access to that. But I do unplug on the weekends. And so when you send me random questions, I can't automate that, right? But you can automate your carts. You can automate your sales process 100%. And even if you don't know what your offers are yet, you need to go ahead and take some time to say, what do I need to automate during this holiday season, right? Because the last thing you want to do is your business blow up. Again, you can't handle it. You can't possibly respond to everybody. You can't possibly get back to every email. You're at your kid's Christmas program, hiding in the corner, hoping nobody sees you on your phone because you're trying to hurry up and get this link out. Trust me, you will thank yourself when you start automating in your business. Okay. And I actually have a full automation domination guide. If you haven't got it, you can drop dominate in the comments on Facebook or IG. It does share with you some of my favorite automation tools I use in my business. And like I said, next Wednesday, I actually have a training that will go out into the community on mini chat that will help you understand a little bit more about that. But know that automation will always pay off in your business. Okay. And if you're on TikTok, you want the automation guide, you can get that in my stand store. But again, make your list, right? Make your list. If you're going to do a offer for Black Friday, you need emails for that. You need DM sequences for that. You need to schedule those posts. SMS marketing, 10 out of 10 recommend. It's got a 98% open rate. People open their text messages within 5 minutes, average. So you can really not only boost your sales, 3x your sales, but you can boost your engagement by 50%. using SMS marketing. And like I said, I teach you all about that in the Slay Your Business Intensive. If you're going to offer something different for Cyber Monday, you're going to need new sequences, right? You have to have all of this planned out now, because this is in addition to your regular daily tasks for your business, right? This is extra. So if you don't have your marketing campaigns planned out, you're not going to have enough hours in the day to handle your normal business plus new business. And then you're leaving money on the table. So that is definitely some automation will always pay off. And then number 5, engage, don't just sell. Okay. So this is really something I'm very passionate about. People buy from brands that they connect with, right? So make sure you're not just spamming them with like, here's a sale, buy it. Here's a sale, buy it. Here's a sale. No, that's where the unsubscribes come in. So using engagement strategies like polls and questions and behind the scenes type content, right? Keeping them interested. There's a lot of different strategies when it comes to engagement. And again, I break like every one of these down on how I boosted my engagement by 50% in the intensive. But you can run Instagram polls asking your audience, like, what are they most excited about for the holiday season? Share behind the scenes of you prepping your offer, decorating your tree. It just builds connection and builds excitement. And then when that sale drops, they're ready. They're already invested in you. People buy from people. Okay. So when all of your content during the holiday season is like a big coupon, sure, you will have some people that are like, oh, I want to save some money, and they'll buy it. But it's not building your business long-term. If you want this holiday season to not only be a cash injection, but to build your business for 2025, you have to build trust during the holidays. You have to build, relationships. And there's a lot of different ways to do this. Okay. So really think about 2 to 3 engaging posts leading up to Black Friday that you could start putting now. Sneak peeks, question, Q&As, what's coming, asking them tell them, I'm planning my holiday promotions. What product have you had your eye on that you would like me to run a discount on? Right? Now, I do know that I have a lot of people in my community that are with MRR products, and usually you cannot discount those. But what I will say, because there's so many MRR products out there now, I don't even know all of them. Check the rules, see what you can and can't do. Most of them you cannot discount the price. You could add a bonus, right? You could maybe do a gift card. Everyone that buys gets a $25 Starbucks card. Maybe you could create your own templates or courses to go with it, right? To complement it. Something along those lines. So don't leave this presentation with the excuse of, well, I sell MRR and I can't. There is a way. Okay. So figure it out. Some other ways to really boost engagement during the holiday season: contests. Okay. Or giveaways, right? So maybe you say everyone that purchases, from me, purchases this offer on Black Friday will be entered in for a $100 Amazon card, or whatever you want to give away, right? Giveaways are a really big way to not only grow your audience, but build that excitement. People want to win. They want to win something, right? Thank yous. So not only is Black Friday, a massive opportunity for your business, but it's also, like I said, people are starting to think about next year. So make sure you use that holiday season, that opportunity to thank people who have bought from you. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to give them some special coupon, but even just a DM or an email, thanking them for their business, thanking them for trusting you. Maybe you do offer something to your previous customers, totally up to you, but use that opportunity to thank them, right? To thank people. And then, like I said, contests and giveaways. So really big opportunity for you. Maybe you do some sort of giveaway, or where, all of your previous customers get entered in, and you you could give away a prize. You could give away a free course. You could give away, a one-on-one call with you, whatever your offer is. But there's a lot of other ways to boost engagement. And again, SMS marketing is massive for this. Comes right to their text, right? So they're going to get so many emails during the holiday season, so many push notifications during the holiday season, that a lot of stuff's going to wind up in their spam. And that's one reason I encourage you to start getting phone numbers now. You can easily put that on your opt-in forms. You can easily put out a post that says, drop your phone number if you want to be first to know when my Black Friday offers come in. I will say, double check with whatever SMS provider you use. Make sure you're following the rules. There are some compliancy rules around SMS marketing, just like emails. Okay. But there's a way, right? So don't let that be your excuse. So here's kind of like a breakdown of a strategy timeline, right? Again, this is very high level. I go into full depth with this. I actually give you like a calendar template and things like that in the intensive. But 2 to 3 weeks before Black Friday, you want to start building buzz around your offers, right? Sneak peeks, early bird offers for your VIPs, like we talked about, building that excitement, right? Maybe 1 week before Black Friday, you drop your early access offers. So, and you reward your most loyal customers, your email subscribers, people in your Facebook community, whatever that looks like for you. And then Black Friday weekend or that whole week, you go all in with your main offer. You've got the urgency. You've got engagement. You're sending reminders. Hey, don't forget the sale ends in 5 hours, whatever that looks like for you. But then even after Black Friday, again, there's Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday. You can do 12 days of Christmas, New Year's Eve, all of those things, right? So it's not just this 1 week. This presentation specifically is around Black Friday, but the whole holiday season is a massive opportunity for you. Okay. Massive. So really think about this. And I break this down 4 steps to make this happen. Okay. And this is these 4 steps is what I walk you through inside the Slay Your Business Intensive. Step 1 is crafting your holiday content calendar. So before you get into what am I going to offer, what does my content look like, you need to know what dates are you promoting, right? So I walk you through, step by step, when are you promoting, right? And mapping out your entire plan, freeing you from that last minute stress, right? Because you want to be focused with your family during the holidays. You don't want to be, hanging out in the bathroom, hiding on Instagram. You want to be with your kids. You want to be with your family. You want to be enjoying the season. You want to be drinking the cocoa and wearing the matching pajamas, right? But you also want to stay consistent in your business, because if you don't, you will regret it, right? I used to stay up super late in December. My first year, I built a plan, right? But I didn't have any automation. And I didn't like prep any of the content. So in 2022, I showed you at the very beginning my results. I knew what I was going to offer, but I was up till like midnight on Canva the night before, like getting it all done, right? Because I didn't plan very early in advance. I threw it all together, but I did have a strategy. So that's why in 2023, I said I did it with a lot less effort, because I knew what I did correctly and I knew what I did wrong. But when I planned in 2023, the content flowed effortlessly. My emails were pre-scheduled the whole time I was on vacation. My content was pre-scheduled, right? And I actually got to enjoy it with my kids. So I looked at in 2023, and I already have done this for 2024. These are the dates I'm going to promote for the holiday season. Okay. And I mapped it out. The second step is, how are we going to build engagement around it? Right? So how am I going to promote this? Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, what systems, what platforms am I going to use? Am I going to use SMS? Am I going to email? Right? So how am I going to get out in front of my ideal client when all of the other people are blowing up their inbox? Okay. And I cover all of this in the Slay Your Business Intensive, but I look at the platforms. How am I going to build curiosity? How far in advance am I going to create a waiting list? Right? But last year I ran a holiday campaign, and it again skyrocketed my engagement by 50%. And it wasn't because I was posting more times per day. It was because I was very strategic with building excitement before I launched it. Okay. So really walking you through those engagement strategies, because you could have the most amazing offer in the world, but if you don't have any engagement, no one's going to buy it, because no one's going to know about it. Right. And so then step 3 is crafting the actual offers themselves. Right. So I walk you through the art of crafting promotions that your audience can't scroll past. Basically, you'll learn how to create value-driven offers, not just slashing that price. And when you create value-driven offers, you also don't feel as salesy showing up to talk about them. And that is something I hear a lot about in my DMs is I just feel so salesy, right? I feel so salesy. Let me know in the comments if that is something you've struggled with, but imagine your offers being one of the ones people are excited to share and excited to talk about. Okay. So really looking at how do we turn your browsers into buyers? How do we turn your views to revenue, right? Without that hard sell icky approach. So I help you create irresistible offers that are value driven so that you want to share them. You want to promote them. Okay. And then in step 4, I teach you how to master the sales strategies. So again, SMS marketing, we talk about that. Email marketing, we talk about that. We talk about building excitement with like event only content or online events or Facebook events. Like I walk you through all of these different sales strategies you can use to 3x your business in the holiday season. Okay. So it really is 4 steps and you can do it in a day. Like I sat down and planned all of my holiday stuff for 2024 in one day. Okay. So it really is possible, which leads me to if Santa can do a global delivery in 24 hours, you can plan your holiday content in a day. All right. You can get it done. You can. So with the intensive, and then I'm going to answer you guys' questions. I'm going to check the chat and the comment section for questions. But right now, Slay Your Business Intensive is 99% off. So it's only $37. Okay. I marked it way down because I want you to have the most successful holiday season you've had to date. You get lifetime access to it with that. Actually, everyone who was in it in 2023 got all of the updates for 2024. So if you are one of those people who were with me during it in 2023, make sure you check your back office. I did new updated modules. I've got some modules on how to use ChatGPT to help you, different things like that. I've given you more templates, more calendars, so that it just makes it simpler for you to plug and play. But again, if you're on Facebook or IG, you can drop Santa in the comments if you haven't already jumped in. If you are on TikTok, it's in my Stand store. And if you're an affiliate for me, make sure you use your affiliate coupon. Okay. If you're a Socially Awesome affiliate, you get an extra 30% off. So make sure that you use your affiliate coupon at checkout. Okay. This sale will not be forever. It will actually end November 4th. I will be putting it back up to full price, but I would not wait until November 4th because that's too late to start planning. By November 4th, you should already be teasing your offers. You should already be building excitement. Okay. So I would not wait if I were you. All right. Let me check the comments, get to you guys questions. As always, if you have any additional questions, feel free to drop them now. I'm going to check Instagram first. Let's see. Okay. I don't see it on Instagram. I don't see any on Facebook. Man, y'all either don't have questions or I just overwhelmed you and overloaded you with a ton of information. I'm going to check TikTok really quick and see. Let's see if y'all have any questions. And then as always, let's see, I'm trying to flip this camera. TikTok, I'm sorry. All right. TikTok always has the most questions. I love it. I love it. Tennessee, Jamaica. Ooh. Okay. I see somebody drop 142 for the podcast episode. I can't send links on TikTok. So you can actually get the podcast episode for any of you guys. It's on every platform. You can search Socially Awesome Podcast. It's episode 142. Or you can find it in my Stand store directly. Okay. Just started a couple months ago. A lot of beginners. I love it. I love it. Okay. I lost my mind a long time ago. Thank you. Thank you. Well, there's no questions, which either makes me believe I delivered really well or overwhelmed everyone. But I can tell you this. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, we still got a whole month. Like we got plenty of time. Y'all, come on. It's what is today? The 16th, maybe something like that. I don't know. Black Friday is in a month, right? And if you're going to do it correctly and start building anticipation and building excitement 2 to 3 weeks before, that's like next week. Okay. Or end of next week. So I would not sit back and say, I've got plenty of time. You don't. As soon as you think that, something comes up, right? And preparing and planning your strategy will never be, there's no downside to it. There's no fault to it, right? The last thing I will say, really quickly, and then I'm gonna end. One question that I get often, or I've gotten in the past when doing this, was from people who are with like network marketing companies, because a lot of times that's a physical product, right? That's a little different. But network marketing companies will run their own promos, right? But usually don't know about them until the day they drop. So if you are like a full-time network marketer, or you're someone who is, you're in network marketing and you have some sort of physical product, or even those of you that are doing UGC or brand deals and you don't know what those brands, promotions will be just yet, I would still build excitement. Okay. You could still build like a waiting list or a VIP list, saying something like, hey, if you want to know, if you want me to drop the best deals directly in your inbox, get on my waiting list. Like, you can still build that. And then when it comes to like physical products or network marketers, you can always build your own bundles, right? You can always do that. So if you buy this product, you get a coffee mug or a frother or whatever. So don't limit yourself. Don't hold yourself back waiting on another business because you have a partnership. Okay. Don't. Not to mention, if you are an affiliate or a network marketer of some sort and you do build your own bundles, you're going to look different than the other thousands of promoters selling the same thing. Okay. Same thing with MRR. I know a lot of you are going to wait and probably see if the company or the program or whoever you work with decides to run some sort of promo, but I encourage you to create your own promos so that you look different, you stand out than all the other thousands of people selling the exact same thing, right? Remember this, people buy from people. So it's not always about the product or how cheap it is. It's who you are and what offer and service and value you provide specifically. Okay. So as always, thank you guys for being with me today. If you jumped on late and you want to watch replay to this, it's always in Facebook, my Facebook community, Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs. If you're on TikTok, you can actually jump in there and Stan Store under Fave Tools and Resources. My community is right at the top. The replay is always housed there. There's years worth of trainings in there. You can search any topic and find a training on it. Next Wednesday, the training will not be live, but there will be a training that will go out. It will only go out in my Facebook community because I cannot pre-schedule on Instagram. It requires me to click a button or something, and TikTok I cannot schedule the recording. But I will be doing a training, very behind the scenes, step-by-step for mini chat. So anyone that has been wanting to learn mini chat, I would definitely be in the community, because next Wednesday at noon, that replay will go out for you to, to watch. It will be recorded. So if you can't be there at noon, you can always come in there. But next Wednesday, that training will go out, because I will actually be on the beach somewhere with my husband, celebrating his big 4-0. So, all right, guys, until next time, make it simple, make it social, and make it awesome. Bye, everyone. See you next Wednesday.